Alright, still doing pre-race there. Alright, still doing pre-race there. And I got audio. So we'll get it going. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the ERL. This time on the NASCAR Fan, aka my YouTube channel, where we will be doing this for hopefully just this week while we figure the other stuff out. But getting ready to go here at Road America this week, the third week of the ERL season. We would do, crap, can't think of the Circuit of the Americas, but they don't have that track in the game. So, we shall not do that. But my name is Wolbridge, and I will be hopefully thoroughly entertained, as I always am. Here at Road America, as drivers get ready to do the driver intro, or not intros, but meeting. Right now, these guys just working out the fine details.
That corner to the right. On exit. Or on exit. On exit, you go through, you might touch the grass, and then you come up through that uphill left-hander. It's the second last corner. He's ready to go, so I'm going to roll this. Clock rolling.
All right, here we go. Clock's rolling. 40 seconds here to get it going. I can give you the first 4 to 5 starting positions. Yeah, no, we'll go with the top 5. Right now it is Granger, your season opener winner in the 14. Eagles in the 10 will start shotgun to the front row. Technasi in the 4, starting third. Fourth will be the 18 of Parley, and Tyler Shenny will in the 1 will round out your top 5. And we'll go through the rest of the running order as this goes through. But right now, getting ready to hit join on this invite, and we'll go through the running order when we get into the lobby real quick. And look at the field. We got 21 drivers in the field. And pause to see the starting order. And we're going to hop in. And we got one of my other buddies, JRC Indy, in the chat. Right now, just sitting here calling me names, which is highly rude. But this is the ERL, and we're about ready to go green. They are green before I can step in. Green flag is out. They're heading into turn 1. Granger in the 14 with a 10 to his inside. The checking up will begin. Can we make it through? And through the back of the field, yes. But yes, Granger falls to second, started on the pole. Eagles will assume the race lead through the first corner. Here comes the 18 of Parley. Up to third, past the 9 of Who Dat, who's already up a couple of positions themselves. They're getting squirrely into this corner. The 4, Technasi shoots it by. And he's going to drop through the field. And now the battle for the lead is on. The 10 of Eagles under fire by the 14 of Granger, who's also under fire by the 18 of Parley. And we've lost engine noise, so we'll back out so that way the glitch can fix its bloody self. There it goes. And the top three have worked themselves out. The 10 of Eagles in your race lead. The 14 of Granger sits in second. The 18 of Parley will sit third. The 1 of Tyler Shenny now fourth. The 9 of Houdat rounding out the top 5. That is the 6 of Johnny B, who started about mid-pack, finds himself in the 6th position right now as they run. Oh, and they're wrecking behind the 8 around. Trying to work my way through the field here. And the 8 around, no caution. We stay green. Trying to get to the 8 of Wrigley Dust. Ton of time lost. Here's the 5 of Trackside sitting 7th. We saw him make the pass on that 21 to get the 7th position. The 8 down pit road. Corey H is driving now in the 8th position after getting passed up by the 5 cars. Going crazy in the back. We saw the 22 take a step out. But this ERL True Death sitting in 9th. Now getting passed up, or at least side by side with the 4 Technasi. And Technasi going to go by to take away the 8th position. Now True Death falls to 9th. Everybody getting pretty single file, that being the 2 behind them in the 10th position of Prime Gamer. Sorry, my bad. True Death is in 10th. Prime Gamer sits 11th. That was a spot off. And then the 48 of Marlboro Finest. If I can find his car number, give me a hot sec. There he is, Marlboro Finest. Actually moving up through the field. He started near the back of this field. As the top 2 have not yet figured themselves, have still running side by side. This Super Condi in the 23, I believe last week's winner, giving me the reason to put the Super on his name. Oh, and here we go. Green flag stops, getting ready to go down. And we already see cars dive into pit road. So we'll jump back to the front. And remember, these 2 are teammates. Granger in the 14 and Eagles in the 10. Stuart Haas teammates. As we do race in teams in the ERL, but we stick with the usual teams. So we have a team that falls under SHR. We have a team that falls under Hendrick, Penske, Gibbs, all that. So it's just like the NASCAR teams, but with just different names behind the wheel. I just saw it. Trying to get the lap count here real quick. That last time by was 9 laps to go in stage 1. We are doing the 100%er here, which is awesome. So good. Here's the 4 of Takanasi. Right now running in 8th position. Trying to get 7th. Sorry, 9th. Trying to get 8th by the 21. Here he goes. Going to poke the nose to the inside. Heavy braking zone. And he gets by. The 21 had the better exit, or middle to exit of that corner, but the 4 just outbraked him and didn't give him a lane to take. And now starting to work on the 6. Johnny B. Oh, and now going down pit road. A couple of cars going down with him. We just saw the 2. It looks like the 23 Yes, the 3 also. Bunch of cars coming down this time. However, it looks like the top 3 stay out. Yes, the 18 of Parley, the 1 of Tyler Shenny. So the top 4 deciding to not come down. Will that mean they come down this next time by? We'll have to wait and see. We got 9 laps remaining. Actually, no, 8. I believe we got 8 laps remaining here in stage 1. As Eagles in the 10 continues to lead and is now starting to gap that 14. The corners on this track, they just never seem to end. This one particularly is a very wide U-style kind of corner. Back here is about just hitting your line. Setting yourself up for this heavy braking zone into the heavy right-hander. Will we see the 10 of Eagles come down pit road this time? It appears not. He stays on the line he wants to. The top 4 also continuing to stay out. Here comes Technasi trying to get by the 11 of Pittman. Sorry, I was trying to remember his name and I finally got there. Then you got the 77, I believe that is, just ahead of ERL. 3 cars you can put under a whole blanket. Ooh, 23 Akandi takes a little bit of a wild ride through the grass. Here through this quirky back section, this back straightaway section. Down into the heavy right-hander. The uphill S's. Wow, Marlboro Finest. You can really get the car loose on that uphill section to where it levels out. Almost lost it there by the 48, but does well to get back under it. And get back to the leaders. Nope, they stay. These guys are playing the long game. Just going to do a quick stop and go. The longer stay out, the less fuel they have to take. And really, with this many laps on a road course, you're not shrugging off too much time. Ooh, a little bit of a stream glitch right there for the 10. Ooh, here goes Taknasi by the 11. Gets a shot. He's going to take it up. +1 for the 4. Now has the 77 of ERL in his sights. He's going to take a peek to the inside, and Real is going to let him on by. Actually, the 77 is a lap down. No, he's not. Sorry, my bad. I can't read. I can't read and remember things. But that is the 3. Up to 14th now. Behind these 2 guys. So we'll see how he makes it through. Right now, we're going to check on the 10 of Eagles who's still out. So here is True Death looking to the inside of Pittman. And he will be there through the first corner, and he is by. Now enough reel in his sights. Oh. It's going to be a bit before he gets there. Hobart here in the 24, involved in that earlier incident at the beginning of this stage. The laps winding down. 6 of 11 laps complete here in stage number 1. Laps do not go by quickly here. Super Condi in the 23 by the 11 of Pittman. Man, these top 4 guys on the same strategy of each other, probably. Looking to see how they can balance their run. Eagles right now is just absolutely blitzing the field. These are the 2 fastest cars through qualifying, sitting P1 and 2. That's the thing about these road courses, is unlike the usual tracks we go to, the ovals, the road courses do a really good job of letting the cream rise to the top. You saw that through qualifying. It's the 18 of Parley with nobody in the same zip code as him, but 1 of Tyler Shenny completely off of the mark from this 18. Getting all of that corner exit, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough to get to that 10. Will we see them duck to pit road? Oh, I thought we were gonna, but the 10 stays out. Oh, here comes the 9 of Who Dat. He's coming down pit road this time. 21 of Corey H. on pit road with some front end damage, as we see. True Death being hunted down by the 23 of Condi. The laps continue to wind down. 7 of 11 laps complete, 5 laps to go. It's about 2 minutes a lap. Right now I'm just waiting for these guys to come down pit road, because I really want to see where they come out after all this time staying out. Man, the Eagles just driving a masterful race here today. And here we go. This is the time where it gets fun. Up the hill, brake hard. What an aggressive entry by the 18. Here comes Tyler Shenny. All the leaders on pit road now. Gonna try and see if we can find the 5. Find the 5 of trackside. Really using all the track here. Literally all of it. Oh my. Trying to get the most out of every possible corner. Here comes the 18 now. Here's the 1. Where is the 10? The 10. Already miles ahead of the 18. But that is the 14 of Granger ahead. They leapfrog each other, and Granger now sits in the first position. With 3 laps to go, what can the 10 do? Granger right now your points leader, and Eagles sitting behind him in second. Now lap traffic coming into play as H in the 21 luckily gets out of the way here as we're going to be coming to 2 laps to go this time by when the 14 car crosses the line. Can his teammate close in? And you know the 14 really wants to hold on to that points lead and want to get the stage point from this stage win. But still, excuse me, with 2 laps remaining here, see if we got any battle on track. Woo! True Death in a little bit of a pickle himself with Condi in the 23 and the 2 of Prime Gamer. Side by side, Condi and True. Down into the first corner, the heavy braking zone. The 3 tries to outbrake him and does fairly well. True Death on the outside keeps his position. This is a battle for 11th. And both of these drivers closing in on that 15. That is the 15 of Bad 5 Martin. And 3 showing inside. And the 15 goes wide, leaves a lot of bottom open contact. Condi gonna shoot through. Door to door through the tight corner. The 15 probably got a little looser than he thought when he tried to put the pedal back down. Common problem at these road courses. And just slipped into the 3. And now Condi, the beneficiary, as True Death will have to run him down. True Death did stick to 11th, but would be inside the top 10 probably if that all made its way through. But no, Condi now will take over the 10th position, as I'm fairly certain we are on the white flag lap. 1 lap to go. And what a job early on by Granger here in the 14. Got the win in the season opener. And already has the most playoff points of any drivers. I had to pull up the stat sheet real quick. Only by one. Only by one does he have the most playoff points. But as this lap winds down, he gets closer to extending his playoff point lead. Now down into the longest corner on planet Earth, or at least it feels like it. Then it's into the tricky back straightaway section. Touch a little bit of grass there, touch a little bit of grass there, get the most out of every corner. Into the heavy right-hander. Can take it as easy as he wants to. He has the gap. Now into the uphill S's. Now the final corner to this uphill straightaway. One of the coolest straightaways I think NASCAR races on. And he will cross the line, and Granger will take stage one and take it by storm. As here comes second, Eagles in the 10. Third place, here he comes. It is Parley in the 18. They're the 1 and now the 9. That's your top 5. We'll see if we can get the top 10. Put my phone in a little better position so that way I can see the stream. Yes, who that did take 5th? Technasi 6th. Johnny B. Johnny B 7th. Hobart 8th, Super Condi 9th, and True Death will round out the top 10. And what a first stage we got to see. And now stage 2 will begin. And green flag is out, much like it started with the 10 to the inside. 10 laps this stage will be. Down into the heavy braking zone. Will we make it through? No heavy checkups. Everybody making up the positions. Kari, not Condi. Kari up plus about, what, 6? Since the start of this one. Another heavy braking zone. He's gonna... Oh, what a move by Kari on the 48. He'll be able to clear Marlboro's finest. And move the 22 up +1. Meanwhile, the 14 of Granger out to the lead, but look who's up to 3rd, Tyler Shenny. Restarted 4th, now sits in 3rd position. 2 Fords, a Chevy, a Toyota, and another Ford sit in your top 5. That is also the 4 of Technasi back in the top 5 here. After some early mishaps, having to work his way back up through the field. And now Parley fighting with the 1 of Shenny. I'll go back here to the 10. It looks like he might be setting himself up. No, he is not. Neither do any of these top five. Make a move, but the 18 of Parley there again. And to the inside goes the 18. Parley back to third. Shenny to fourth. And Technazi does nothing, or can do nothing, but watch. And now Technazi in the 4, trying to move up a spot as well, moves the 4 up to fourth. Shenny, who was in third, now just holding on to the top 5. As here, look who coming in 6th. True Death in the 3. Not so good of a corner through there, but he's up to 6th. The 9 taking a look to the inside there. Can't get a run too far away. But how about this? This guy finished outside the top 10. Finished in 11th position at the end of stage 1. Now, cresting on a top 5 spot as they run, sitting in 6th. And the 23 at Condi started near the back. Now up inside the top 10, he sits 8th. He started about, 20th on the board. And now sits in 8th position. Good work by the 23 of Condi. The 14 of Granger. What can he do to hold off Eagles? Eagles peeking to the inside. He's feeling racy as we got 8 to go. 2 laps complete. This is the start of lap 3 of 10. Good lines by the 10. Stays with that 14. We're going to look through the field, see what battles we can get. The 9 off of pit road. Who dat? And the 24. So drivers already pitting. Oh, Technazi in the 4 gets by the 18. So here we go. The top 5 at the start of this one, through 3 laps of stage 2, are right back to where they were in their starting positions in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in reverse order. Because why not? 14 and the 10, back to back. 3 Fords. All Stewart Haas racing drivers, by the way. The 14, 10, and 4. Then you got the Joe Gibbs 18 of Parley. Then your first Chevy isn't until you hit 5th of Tyler Shenny. Then you got the 3 of True Death in 6th. And then another Toyota in the 23 of Condi. I don't know why I was having a stroke trying to find his car. I don't know why I went the wrong way trying to get back to the front. Now we'll run with the leader and give a points rundown. A points recap here as we've reached a little bit of a lull. But what you see is your top 2 players in points right now. Granger in the 14 sits first by +4 over the 10 of Eagles, who sits second. Granger, second in points. No wins, no playoff points. No playoff points. Just pure consistency through these stages. Getting the most out of the stage points he gets and positions at the end of the races. As let's not forget that Eagles helped that 14 out when he got his win at Daytona. Then you got the 6. We'll jump to him right now. The 6 of Johnny B. Just got done doing his green flag pit stops, which is why he's back here with the 24. There goes trackside. Oh, excuse me. There goes trackside in the 5. The 15. Making a little beating and banging with the 6. There we go. Trying to get back to this camera view so I can get my engine noise back. But this 6 car sits third in points with a singular playoff point after getting a stage win. And then it is the 9 of Houdat that sits fourth with also one singular playoff point. And then last week's winner, the 23 of Super Condi. He sits off the lead by about 17. Has the 1 win and 5 playoff points. But Daytona did not treat this 23 well. Right now he sits in the 5th position, just ahead of that 3 of True Death. But then it's the Stewart-Haas teammates at the top 2. That 4 of Takanashi. That sits 6 in points. 7th will be the 48 of Marlboro's Finest. Which I don't know why my brain farted right there. Yes, this car, the 48 of Marlboro's Finest. Then it goes to the 11 of Pittman. That sits 8th. And then your only other driver that has a singular stage point, that is the 5 of Trackside that sits in 9th. With a beautiful score of 69. Then that's where we find that 3 of True Death that sits 5th right now. A good point stay for him would be incredible. That's your top 10 in points. We'll go all the way down to the cutoff line with the 1 up at the front, Tyler Shenny. Ooh, as the 3 is down. 3 of True Death. Oh my gosh, and Condi hugging it out as they go down pit road. I take it that means that the leaders haven't even pit yet, and judging by this picture, I'm going to go with a no. But it is still Takanashi running 3rd and Parley running 4th. Meanwhile, your top 2 have... Oh, the 10 misses the braking zone. And that 10's mistake allowed the 4 of Takanashi to reel him in a little bit. Something was going on back here. I believe it's with Bad Martin, the 6 of Johnny B, and the 5 of Trackside. A whole lot of laughter came through. Condi missing the corner. 11 of Pittman goes by. Meanwhile, these 3 to 5 drivers are all right on top of each other, battling for position here as we are 6 laps of 10 completed. Oh, Pittman shoves him through the corner. Here goes Condi with a 2-for-1. And look at this. The 10 of Eagles cannot get back to the 14 of Granger. But how about this, though? The Stewart Haas team just putting on a clinic here at Road America. Right now, actually, this top three pretty equidistant. You heard it through the engine noise around that one corner. They're not right on top of each other, but they're going to have a pretty good pit stop together if they can make it happen, which should be here in the next couple of laps. Is coming to 3 to go when they cross the line. And there's the 14, there's the 10, here's the 4. What is the 18 of Parley going to do? He's going to come down 2. Up the hill. Right on with Tyler Shenny, who was sitting in that 5th position when these guys came down pit road. And we'll jump back over here. Here comes actually your 4 drivers. Shenny up the hill. He'll retake that 5th. He'll stay in 5th. But your top 4 stay relatively as equidistant as they were, and in the same positions that they were in. As Tyler Shenny, who sits 5th, is nowhere near him. Is that the 3? Oh! So the 3's sitting 7th, the 1 sits 6th. Who the heck is sitting 5th? There's the 18 of Parley. He sits 4th. I don't see anybody in between them and Shenny. That's weird. Who's leading? Oh, that makes sense. So the leader is actually this car, the 22 of MFF Kari. Wants to lead a couple of laps here. He still has to come down and make his pit stop. And he will do it now. Wanting to lead a lap here at the ERL race at Road America. He does. Granger will come through the final corner. And when he crosses that start-finish line, he will be your race leader. Which means I had the positioning right. It was just a little off. I just didn't notice that the 22 was still out on track and had not pitted yet. And you saw the 10 of Eagles take a much wider line than the 14, literally getting all the track as we go around here with 2 laps remaining. Technasi's still sitting third. The 18 of Parley's still well behind. And here we go. Trackside with the 8. They're battling for position. That's Wrigley Dust in the 8. He was one of the guys who had the problems early on. Went for a spin cycle. Now fighting with Trackside for position. And now the crossover. Trackside through, but Wrigley Dust fighting back to the inside. The side draft by the 5. Trackside in the 5 will have the preferred line. Oh, and Wrigley Dust. Oh, he was going to try the crossover. The 5 overshot it. The 8 was ready to take advantage, but that 6 of Johnny B already filled the hole for that. Then back here, you got the 77 of NFF Real. Getting into it with the 11. Whoa, mama, the 8 going wide through that corner up ahead of these guys. Jump up back to the front here. As here we go, the white flag lap will start here with the 14 of Cranger. Meanwhile, Eagles just cannot gain ground on that 14. Here we go, back with NF Real as he tries to get by the 11 of Pittman. Chevy versus Toyota here. Whoa, the 5 of Trackside. That was a close one from the 2 drivers behind him. There's the 8. That's weird. I heard they're wrecking. I don't see anybody wrecking yet. Oh, there goes the 8. Wrigley Dust drops a couple of spots. But let's see where the 14 is. Here he goes. He's into the wacky backstretch. Through, no grass. You see everybody behind him just barely putting 2 tires even on the grass probably. And now getting ready to enter the final corner through the uphill S's. Little bit of the grass. And up the front straight she goes. Up the hill goes the 14 of Cranger, and Cranger goes back to back. Stage 1 and 2. Eagles second. Technasi third. Parley up the hill. We'll finish 4th. The 3 of True Death will round out your top 5. Then we'll get the full rundown of the top 10. I can tell you that Tyler Shenny in the 1 finishing 6th, and Who Dat in the 9. 6th and the 9, 7th. And 8th place will be Hobart in the 24, MFF Kari in the 22, and Super Condi in the 43 will round out your top 10. Now, I don't know why I keep pressing all these bloody buttons and messing myself up. Now, how will this final stage set up? 28 laps. Long stage here. Double the first 2. And here we go, the 14 of Granger. Gonna lead him to it again. Will his teammate be nice? Or will his teammate take the lead for himself? We'll see as we go through into the first corner. Side by side, the three teammates. Breaks down to just Eagles. Eagles will try to outbreak the 14. Parley now through to third. Oh, the one of Tyler Shenny into the grass. Back onto the track, but is massively off pace. And he will just drop through the field. An unfortunate turn of events. Parley right behind the 10 and the 14, who goes side by side. Now here comes Technasi. Technasi through. Meanwhile, Eagles using every bit of track he can. 3 wide for the lead. The 10 backs out, bumps both the 4 and the 14. Technasi overshoots the corner. The 18 of Parley will be through. Now Parley up to third. All bets are off now. Oh, the 14 out of whack. Parley up to second with a 10 in his sights. Oh, little bit of bumper contact with the 14 and the 18. Oh, a nice little heavy push by Granger. And here we go, the first lap. And this final stage is complete. 24 to go. Multiple pit stops for this final stage to really just shake things up. The 18 with a heavy line misses the first corner. And now the 14 of Granger will take back second, and now really diving. Here comes Parley with a better corner entry. Oh, Parley, a little heavy on that braking for that corner. Here comes a corner a lot of drivers have had a problem with. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden having a stroke. And I heard some chattering on the radio. Technasi now in the 4, getting a little racy with his teammate Granger in the 14. Took a peek to the inside, couldn't make it stick. Three laps remaining. Now look at who's fighting with that 18, the 3 of ERL True Death. Finally inside the top 5, finished 5th through stage 2 after that final pit stop. And now looking to see if he can get a little racy with the 18 of Parley to move up his position. Whoa! Trouble in the back. The 22 of Kari's gone! An unfortunate turn of events for the 22 of Kari. Was really doing well working his way up through the field, and now internet issues remove him from today's competition. As we'll stay on 14, on the 14 of Granger, and we'll do a little bit of a crank it up session. All right, and we are back after a little bit of a hiatus on my part. I had to take a little bit of a break for a second. But it is your Stuart Haas race in top 3 still. And an update on the 18 of Parley apparently having some rear end damage affecting the way this car is running, as he came over the radio and reported it. And says that car might actually be driving better because of it. He can't tell if it's driving better or worse, which means it might just be running the exact same by the sounds of it. But look at this. 10 to 14 in the 4, all nose to tail here in the top 3. I don't think I've ever seen this before. A team of 3 putting on quite that much of a show. There's the 23. I believe that was 23 Condi. Yes, and True Death. These two have been going at it for a couple of laps now. I've been watching it on the stream. Sorry I wasn't able to put it on the stream, but we're watching it now as it looks to reach its conclusion. Condi just able to outbrake the 3. He's been outbraking him in almost every corner, but the 3 on the defense has just been able to win those battles. But Condi able to win that one, and now suffers a terrible mishap. Too long into the grass. Will lose the speed on that car. No, and pinching the 3 to the bottom. Goes out wide, and True Death will take back the 5th position. As we are now coming to 18 laps to go. There is that 24 of a Hobart. Having a really good run today. Sits in 7th right now. Tried to take a peek to the inside of the 23. Thinks better of it. He'll stick in line just to not lose a lot of time to these two. Or sorry, 19 to go. We still have 19 laps to go. I was 1 off because I can't do math. Here it is. The Hendrick teammates. The 5 of Trackside. The 9 of Who Dat. Running nose to tail here. A little further on back in the field. This is 8th and 9th right here. As Condi was able to get by. Oh, 4 wide. And the 3 of True Death. Even with all of that 3 able to hold on to 5th. And look at this, the 9, or sorry, not the 9, the 1 of Shenny. Oh, and here we go, the 24. Off to pit road he goes. Whoa! Car through the grass! That was like the 11 of Pittman. Right in front of the 2 of Prime Gamer. Ford Technology is starting to lose track of his teammates a little bit. Right now, your leader, the 14 of Granger. This lap, I don't know why I'm going doing that. I'm pressing buttons. This time by, these leaders should be coming down. Ooh, the 14 does a fake out. Here comes the 4 Technasi. We will be seeing the 3 of True Death. I can guarantee you we see him come down this time. Never mind, he wants to make me look bad. That's fine. And there is the 1 of Shenny. The 23 of Condi. Up ahead of them is the 18 of Parley, who came down as well. So, the 14, the 10, and the 3 now up to third. I don't know why I just scrolled right by the 14. Didn't even think about it. But this the first of, I think, 2 or 3 pit stops that they're going to have to make to get to the end of this one. This time by, we'll be seeing the leaders come down pit road. "14 of the 10, dive it down." We'll sit back here and we'll watch the 3. A little bit of a ways behind the top 2. Didn't really look at the time differential through qualifying on the difference of your top drivers. But here is the 18 of Parley. All these early stops will be tires and fuel. That is the 4 of Technasi, still ahead of Parley. Actually, ride on with him as we await to see where his teammates come off of pit road. And there they are, the 14 and the 10, literally nose to tail. Oh my gosh, look at the 18 of Parley. He lost a ton of time on pit road. Still sitting top 5. But actually, that 3 lost his spot. Tyler Shenny now sits 5th. The 3 of True Death. Right now sitting in 6th with Super Condi breathing down his neck. These two have been battling all this final stage. We got 15 laps to go. Condi can't seem to make that ground up on the 3. Ken right there in the braking zones now. Oh, looks to get alongside True Death. Can't do it. And actually, we'll run it down through a couple of stats on the season. Right now, 3 different races with 3 different pole sitters, actually. Granger got the pole for tonight's event. It was Who Dat? It was Johnny B at Daytona, and it was Who Dat last week. Then the fastest lap is Viper and Eagles, actually, which is also why an extra point awarded to that fastest lap. And actually, the leader of the most laps this season is the 9 of Who Dat. I'm trying to figure out where he's positioned right now, right behind the 2 and the 6. Then it goes Crangers and Trackside in the 5, Technasi in the 4. Yeah, Who Dat with 115 laps led out of the 262 total laps on the season. So almost half the laps. And this is also, 71 more laps than the next driver and Crangers in the 14. Trackside is led. Yeah, the 14 of Crangers, 49. Trackside in the 5, 29. Technasi in the 4 with 24. As now, look at this. Technasi has caught up to the 10. He's trying to find a way around him. Braking zone's pretty similar, but it's how quickly they can get back to the gas. Technasi doing everything to keep all 4 tires on the pavement. The grass will hinder your progress and slow you down. Oh, I thought I just lost my stream. I was so scared. I was actually super scared. Now we got 13 to go. We're going to ride on the nose of Technasi. Watch his angling into the corners. Oh, we got a car just feeling like watching. That's a 44 field filler. Let me go back on here with the 4 Technasi. Whoa, a little bit of a streamer glitch right there. Something that happens when you watch live, when you watch these races live, is sometimes the what you're watching will glitch out for a sec. And we got a little taste of that there as Technasi starting to lose that 10 a little bit. It's really through this back section that 4 can really close it in. These 3 staying relatively equidistant. So now we come to 12 to go. Condi's starting to break away from that 3 of True Death. Condi right now sitting 6th. That 1 car is rounding out your top 5 just ahead of him. Nope, field filler feels like getting back on the track. Got a little bit of a view as the 40 or the 20 of Marcus E-Dub appears to be out, along with the 48 of Marlboro Finest. So 3 drivers unable to make it to the end of this one. I don't know why I'm just riding on with these 77. I just literally spaced out right there. That was my bad. Trying to find it there. Oh, okay. That's why I was getting confused. I was trying to find this camera angle, but for some reason the game was just being weird. Ooh, the 10 getting squirrely. The 4 Technasi closes back in a little bit. The 18 of Parley far behind these leaders. We're getting ready to do, or getting ready for the final pit stop. That will happen within the last 9 laps, so it was only 2. That they needed in order to make it to the end. And not gonna lie, I've only just recently started this whole team racing thing, but this is the most dominant I've ever seen a team be. It is literally just these 3 up in the top 3. And being real cordial with each other too, not pushing the issue on each other. If a run's there, you take it. This coming to 10 laps to go, so we should be seeing these guys pit the next 2 to 3, maybe 4 to 5 laps. It's going to be within 9 to go, and right now we got 10. Match is looking back here at the win counter. It looks like, because I wasn't a part of this league last year, or last season. I don't know why I said last year. But Eagles, 13 wins, and 2 were by his teammate, the 14 of Granger. And Granger right now looking to get his second win on this season. So looking to have he'll tie last season's output in the first 3 races. Now we got 9 to go. We're within that fuel window, so we could start seeing drivers take to pit road here. No comers just yet. Whoa, Condi. And just like that, here comes the 1 and the 23. Super Condi. Down pit road now. Nope, and I just totally shut my stream up like a dummy. No, the 15 going way off the pace there. Now the leaders with only a handful of fuel left in their tank. Three might be doing a little bit of fuel saving. I thought I saw him going a little slow there. Comes the 1 and the 23. They're going to be heading off a pit road side by side. Wow, Parley really falling off these top 2. Or top 3. And those 2 behind Granger have really lost his tire tracks, because Granger is just really doing well with driving away, and now he's going to be driving down pit road. And just like that, his teammates follow. What will we see the 18 do? He will come down as well. He'll bring the 21 with him. I believe the 21 car is 1 lap down. I had to gander a guess. True Death, your 5th place driver. Will we see him come down? Probably not. He could stay out 1 more lap if he wanted to. But no. These cars are so spread out, I couldn't even tell you who's running 6th. And now here comes your top three. Oh, and Granger's pit crew just absolutely blitzed Eagles and Technaucies. 18 and Parley rejoins this track. Remember, all these drivers that are ahead of him, they also have to pit. So he should retain that fourth spot. Now this is just a mean sprint to the green, or to the mean sprint to the checkered. Oh, the 10 of Eagles through the grass. Technaucy is going to take advantage of it. Look to the inside of the 10. Thinks better of it. Not going to get the pass done on the outside. This right here, the battle for technical second. When all these green flag pit stops end, 4 and the 10 would be second and third. Or third and second, based on how I read that. And we'll see this next time by. How many laps to go? I'm going to assume 7. We should see that 6. Yep, here comes the 6 and the 9. Who dat and Johnny B. Now Parley will take over the third position again. Ooh, and the one of Tyler Shenny. Moving up past the 3 of True Death. No, but let's not forget that 23 of Condi. He's peeking to the inside. Shenny pinches him into the grass a little bit. That'll give him the position or allow him to retain it. But you can bet Condi is not done in this fight. And that was right. It is 7 laps to go as they cross the line that last time by. Shenny trying to hold off that 23 of Condi. That is for 5th and 6th. The 3 of True Death back to 7th. There you see them fighting for position just ahead. And he's kind of hoping probably that they keep fighting for a little bit so that way he can join that fray and try and steal a top 5. Now 6 laps remaining. Meanwhile, your leader continuing to be the 14 of Granger. And it ain't even close. Oh, and Condi able to get by Tyler Shenny for 5th. So now move that 23 up into the top 5. Here's we're now at 6 laps to go. See if anybody else through the field feels like being a little racy. And that would be the 6 and the 11. 6 of Johnny B and the 11 of Pittman battling for position. The 6 will win the day on this one. Now the 11 has to deal with the 8 of Wrigley Dust. Whoa, Wrigley Dan. Real squirrely. Messing up that corner. It's the thing with these road courses. If you mess up a corner, you're just trying not to spin. Then you get on the throttle too fast, the car gets absolutely loose as it's ever been, and you're basically driving on ice, and that car will want to do nothing but go right around on you. So John B in the 6, driving away from Pittman in the 11, goes wicked wide through that corner, and that's going to allow Pittman in the 11 to draw right back in. See if anybody else wants to feel a little racy. And look at this. The fight between the 23 and the 1 has closed back in. It is not over, this battle for 5th. Now the 1 to the inside. Tyler Shenny will win that battle out. So Condi just ahead. To the 21. I'll have to keep an eye on that battle as it ensues. But it looks like the 4 Technazi made it by the 10 of Eagles. And now is alongside the 44 field filler as we go up this long front straightaway. And I love it too. The one time I wasn't watching the top 3s, the one time is it actually changed. You got 5 laps to go here at Road America. And the mistake by the 4 and the 10 only allowed the 14's lead to grow. Had to go get a water so that way I can make it through all the post-race festivities because we still got about 4 laps to go here. as if you want to know the distance between first and seventh, about half a lap. So about a minute. A full minute. So I see what lap we were on. Yeah, the 14 crossed the line. We are at 3 laps to go. As the 14 cross the line. Meanwhile, these two guys are still feeling a little racy. The difference between 5th and 6th right here. If you want to know the distance between True Death and Condi, it's about 7.5 seconds. The field very widely spread out. I want to know the distance between this 4 and this 14. The 10 of Eagles is not closing in, but the 4 is also not closing in on Granger. So Takanasi really starting to fall off the pace here along with the 10 of Eagles, or at least fall off the pace of the leader. Meanwhile, Parley still about a full straightaway, full backstretch away from those two. Then you got these guys battling for the 5th position. And if we go back to the 3, he's also in a battle on his hands with that 24 of Hobart. And remember, this is a half a lap away from that 14 up in the front. He's crossing the line. Meanwhile, these guys haven't even hit that windy back straightaway yet. 2 laps to go for the 14. And unless catastrophe strikes or a fluky debris caution comes out, I don't see any possible way this 14 could probably pirouette through this corner, save it, get it back going, and probably still have the race lead. It's like, there is the 4 of Granger. Not Granger. Wow, 4 of Technasi. And that little red blip right there is the 14. We're going to take a look back on the 3. Coming up on Corey H. Corey H. getting passed up by the 3 of True Death and the 24 of Herbert. Hobart. Sorry, not Herbert. Wow. Here to the 23 and the 1. The battle for 5th. It's the 14 on the stream, getting ready to come back around and take the white flag. Heading into the final corner. 1 lap to go for the 14 of Grangers. Now we get back to the 23. Oh, as he gets by the 1 having an issue when we totally missed it to see the leader take the white flag. So that battle is through. We'll try and get on here with the 3. True Death, who's gapped Hobart. I think that was my only battle on track, really. These are the only cars close enough to battle each other. Don't count out that 1. Tyler Shenny. He's been keeping up with that 23. See if he can close in here with 1 to go. See if he can get his car back into the top 5. I don't think he's got the time. I think he'd need another 2 laps to be able to close back in on that 23. But we will ride along with our race leader through the final couple of sections. Out of the windy straightaway to the uphill S's goes Granger. With nobody around him to even put a hint of doubt. He will come out of the final corner to the uphill front straightaway. And he's already bobbing and weaving. He can wave to the fans. And Granger wins at Road America. Technasi second. Eagles third. Parley just now through the uphill bend to take away 4th. As he crosses the line. Parley finishing 4th. And here comes Super Condi. Oh, the one! The one of Shenny cooks it, trying to get to Condi. Which will mean Condi will come out of the final corner, up the hill and cross the line and take away 5th. And we'll get the full field rundown. And it was Tyler Shenny. Sorry. It was True Death finishing 6th. Tyler Shenny 7th. Trackside 8th. Hobart 9th. And rounding out the top 10, the 9 of Houdat. Oh boy, never mind. The 5 of Trackside finishes. Oh, we had a whole bunch of things. Hobart drops out of the top 10. Trackside will finish 8th. Houdat will actually finish 9th. And the 15 of Bad Martin will crack the top 10. With the 6 behind him in 11th. Johnny B. Prime Gamer 12th, 13th, Pittman. And that is all that I can see. But what a job by your race winner, the 14 of Granger. Try to give a full field rundown, but I'm only so limited on how much I can actually see. We'll see about getting at least True Death up in here.
Well, that's third week in a row his name has been brought up.
One additional thing that's frustration is
Oh, did I actually
practice fall comes in and then he's the call. You know what I mean? That's like a double.
That's 22. Mr. Pitt. Hey, did Viper show up in the race last week?
Yeah, he finished 4th.
But he didn't race this week, and he didn't hold his practice last week. So, Prime.
hold on, trying to get the top 3 in here.
Right. You can touch with him, ask him what's going on. Any sort of practices on Saturdays, or, which I understand.
Or one of you drivers just nominate one of your teammates.
Yeah, exactly. If you can, exactly.
He'll be early. He had a
still waiting on True Death to get in here, so that way we can get the top 3
You might want to find a new driver for the 19. Left the first 2 races.
in. Is apparently I don't have any of the top 3 as a friend on here, which kind of stinks on my part.
Yeah, he never seems to finish.
We'll work on getting an eye driver.
Oh, excuse me.
Dang,
Guys, you don't have to fill it.
it ain't no hurry. Hey, it ain't no hurry.
Lost running 4, you only need 3:15.7. Take your time, find a good, reliable driver.
By the end of the season. But like to be before the halfway, so that way they get acclimated with us before the new game comes out. But
So we're gonna finish the season on E5, but right? Or we're going to?
we ain't decided that. Depends when the game comes out in the fall, so it could be anywhere from September.
It's like September 12th. I'm pretty sure. Confirmed.
I wouldn't worry about it because you know it's going to let you quit first.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, Real Radman on YouTube. He works for NASCAR too. And it was on one of their websites, one of their articles.
I really don't want to
iRace
spend
Mark.
PS5 money till next season.
I'm subscribed to all the NASCAR iRacing shit. I ain't heard a damn thing from that. But
Well, that's, I mean, I can imagine that's when it would be. That's when they always lose the E-games. Besides,
motherfucker.
like you say, Farley, I'm gonna work on finding another driver for the main team.
There is a real risk.
I can reach out a few people too to see if they want
Oh!
to race or two.
This works out so much better.
There we go.
There we go. We figured it out.
Not playing though.
And we're friends now. That's just all good things. So we'll get this underway here with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was, yes, it was Eagles that finished in the 3rd position. So we'll get the post-race festivities underway with that 10 car of Eagles, if he's got his ear gone.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? Well, you had a pretty up day. You didn't really have a day of any downs at all. So walk me through it. What was it about this car that was just able to keep it up front?
I mean, it was a fast car, man. Practiced all week, and well, practiced for about a week and a half to get the line down and everything. I started off struggling, and by the end of the week, or by the end of this week, I was running pretty quick and really figured it out last night. And in that first stage, I was quick, and I don't know, Rangers kept getting me on pit road. He did it in the practice. He did it in the race. He leaped me on pit road. I had to save my left rear tire anyway, so had to get second in the first and second stage, and then final stage, I just fell off. I was off. I was bad. I held tech up, missing the corner, cutting the track. Freaking, I don't know. I was getting loose, getting tight. I was just ready to get the race over with at the end. Struggled bad. I was just out of it. I was just tired of the track. Ran it all week. By the 3rd stage, I was done. Can't wait to move on. So the real season starts now. We had Atlanta, Daytona's a tribe shoot, ran road course. Next 2 months or so of racing is going to be some legit tracks, so we'll see what happens from here on out rest of the season.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on the top 3 spot, and we will see you next week. I totally missed it. What did you say we were going again?
It's Phoenix next week.
Ooh, okay. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I like Phoenix. I swept Phoenix last year, so we'll see what happens.
Ooh, okay. Already throwing some heat out there. I like it. All right. Well, hey, man, congratulations on the top 3, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Yep.
Now we go to his teammate, the number 4. Let me get to there. It is of Tech Nasi.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy? Well, I mean, you did have a day with some downs in it. Stage 1 was not your friend. Walk me through your battle back to not only get back to the top 3, but able to get by what was a pretty strong car in that 10.
Yeah, man. I was going into the week hoping to get as many stage points as I could, and while I wasn't able to maximize that during stage 1, I went a little bit wide coming out of turn 1, and then going into that heavy braking zone, the first one, I got plowed from behind, and I think I fell all the way back to 15th place. So had to make all that ground up. I think I rebounded to 6th though. So throughout that second and third stage, I was just working to get my positions back, and yeah, got third place there in stage 2, and then there in stage 3, I was just I was trying to get by Eagles, and I just couldn't. I wasn't really feeling very comfortable driving alongside other cars, and really behind them as well, because apparently there was quite a big bubble there, so I didn't want to get into the back of anybody. But I think I did, and if I did, I apologize. So yeah, I mean, Rangers ended up pulling away and came away with a P2, so pretty satisfied with the result.
Yeah, I was going to say, walk me through that last stage, too. Getting to, because you were with Eagles there for a little bit. Was it fun or was it annoying having to try and get by him to just get to second?
It was frustrating because the more I just kept being behind him, the bigger the gap between us and Rangers were. And by the time I was able to get by him, it was just way too late. I think he was like 6 seconds ahead. So
I would say about 3 football fields ahead, but we'll go with that. But hey, you battled back from 15th all the way back up to second, man. I can do nothing but say congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
thanks.
That will be your second place drivers. Now we move on to the man who I can say nothing but dominated the crap out of this road course, and that is your race winner of Crangers.
How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good. I doubt that there was any shrieking involved in your win, because you had this thing won about 2 laps through in stage 3. Stage 3. But walk me through it, man. Keeping this thing up front, and let alone battling off Eagles there through those first 2 stages.
Yeah, it was a good race, hard fought, clean. Credit goes out to my teammates of Stuart Haas for always keeping me on my toes. I know when we were working for the past week or two, we've been throwing setups around, we've been throwing lap times together that have gotten better and better over the week. So I ran my personal best one this race. So can't thank the Haas guys enough for not only helping everyone in the Haas group, but for keeping it clean out on the track. But stage 1 and 2 were pretty good. It was just really between me and Eagles. I didn't really have too much of a problem. I think we raced pretty good together. And I know with this kind of track, there's a giant bubble where even if you're half a car length, a full car length behind the car, you still might get into them on their screen, and that kind of sucked because you kind of had to be extra careful. But yeah, stage 1 and 2 was pretty easy. Just kind of cruising with the 10 car, and came home with 2 stage wins. I think once we got below 20%, I think both our cars started to fall off. We were getting a bit loose. But yeah, that third stage, I think immediately I got rear end damage on the first or second turn, and surprisingly the car drove better. And when I came out of our first pit stop, out of repairing the damage, I ended up getting rear-ended again and got more rear-end damage. So if anything, if you want any tips, just get rear-end damage. It helps pretty good. But no, I'm happy with the result. Swept the race. Thank you to Corey and NF for getting out of the way. Appreciate it, not causing any problems. No, but good result for Haas, and I think we should be looking pretty good in the team points.
Yeah, now I want to throw this back to last season because I did look at all the stats from last season, and you only got 2 wins out of the whole damn season, and you are now 3 races through this one, and you've already matched that. What's been the difference between last season and this?
I pretty much joined around this time, maybe a few races into the league last year, so I had probably about 6, 7 less races, but probably just confidence, driving the same cars over and over, getting better. But yeah, I've already had probably double the laps led. I already have the same amount of wins in 3 races, but I don't expect this to become a trend. I don't expect to keep winning and winning and winning. I expect it to be pretty hard, especially in the next coming weeks. I know a lot of guys that are good at road courses and not at ovals, and vice versa. So I'm not gonna say I'm thrilled for the next few weeks, but I'm definitely gonna keep my composure, and I'm not gonna over exaggerate.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on your win, and we will see you next week at Phoenix.
Thank you.
And that is it for the driver interviews. That concludes post-race, and we can do nothing but close this one out. A dominant performance by the 14, the most dominant, or at least one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen on a road course. So there we go. And with that, my name is Walbridge. This has been the ERL, and we are